Us to look at sequence and series, and in this section of sequence and series, I want us to look at arithmetic progression, or we call it arithmetic sequence, that is AP. Now, when you are going to look at arithmetic progression, first of all, we need to understand what is arithmetic progression. So basically, an arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers or terms such that the difference between the consecutive numbers or those terms is a constant. So that if you take the first term and the next term, the difference between them is constant. The first, the second, the third. The difference between the first and the second is constant. The difference between the second and the third term is also a constant. For example, if you are presented with a sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, continuing on and on, we can see that the difference between 2 and 4 is 2. The difference between 4 and 6 is 2. The difference between 6 and 8 is also 2. The difference between 8 and 10 is also 2. So the difference between the first, second term is 2. Second, third term is 2. Third, fourth term is 2. Fourth, fifth term is also 2. So you can see that we are having a difference of 2, 2, 2. So these 2, 2, 2 and 2 are the common difference. That is, the difference between the first and the second term is what we call as the common difference, abbreviated as D. Now, in this sequence of ours, we can see that 2, which is the first term, is also abbreviated as A. So we're going to abbreviate the first term as A and the common difference as D. Now let us look at the second sequence. We have 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21. So we can establish that from 9 to 12 the difference is 3. From 12 to 15 the difference is also 3. Then from 15 to 18 the difference is also 3. Then 18 to 21 the difference is also 3. So it means that the common difference is 3. So 3 here is the common difference, and 9 is the first term of this sequence. So after looking at this, then we can deduce that actually for an arithmetic progression, the first term is A. The second term is the first term you add the common difference, so it is going to be A plus D. Then if you look at the third term, it is the second term added, you add a D. So it is the second term plus D, which translates to A plus 2D. Then the fourth term, it is the third term, then add D, the common difference. So this one translates to A plus 3D. So we can see that the first term being A, then the second term is A, which is the first term, plus 2 minus 1 D. Then we can also see that, note that third term, it is the first term A plus 3 minus 1 D. Then, so that one gives us 2D. Then the fourth term, then it means it is also A plus then 4 minus 1D, which gives us 3D. So generally, we can conclude that for any arithmetic progression or any arithmetic sequence that is AP, then the nth term is equal to A plus into brackets n minus 1, close the bracket, D, where A is the first term, n is the number of terms, that is the nth term, and then D is the common difference. So using this one, we are going to clear everything and maintain our formula, the general formula that nth term is equal to A plus n minus 1D. Then we look at several questions on how we can use the formula of the arithmetic progression to do it. So we are going to maintain our formula. Now we are going to look at the first question. Given the arithmetic sequence 5, 9, and 13, find the common difference, then the sixth term. So look at the first bit. The sequence is 5, 9, and 13. So between 5 and 9, you can see that the common difference is 4. Between 9 and 13, you can also establish that the common difference is also 4. So from this one, we can conclude that the common difference of this sequence is 4. That the common difference D is 4. Now, we know that for us to tackle the second bit of the question that requires to calculate the sixth term, we know that the nth term of any arithmetic progression is given by a plus n minus 1 into brackets d. So from here we can establish that a is 5, n is 6, and d is 4. So equating all of them in the formula, we'll have that 5 plus into brackets 6 minus 1 close brackets 4, which translates to 5 plus into brackets 5 multiplied by 4, which simplifies to 5 plus 20, which gives us 25. So it means that 25 is the sixth term of this sequence. So we clear all these ones and also look at another question. Now, the second question says this 20th term of an arithmetic sequence is 70 and the 16th term is 30. Find the first term and the common difference. So we'll tackle the first bit of finding the first term. Now we know that for any arithmetic progression or arithmetic sequence that is AP, the nth term is given by a plus into brackets n minus 1 close brackets d. So in our question here, the 20th term is given by a plus into brackets 20 minus 1 d. So this one translates to 70 because they have said the 20th term is 70. So this one simplifies to a plus 19d equals to 70. So this one we'll call it equation 1. We go ahead and see that the 16th term is given by a plus into brackets 16 minus 1 d, and this one should give us what? 30. So you simplify this one, you have that a plus 15d equals to 30, and this one you call it equation 2. So you can see that equation 1 and equation 2 are two simultaneous equations which you can solve by elimination. So solving by elimination, we're going to take equation 2, you subtract from equation 1, and when you do that you find that 4d equals to 40. So divide both sides by 4 and you find that d equals to 10. So given that d equals to 10, so we can equate the value of d either into equation 1 or equation 2. So equate the value of d equals 10 into equation 1 or 2. So let us use equation 2, so that when you equate d into equation 2, you'll have that a plus 15d equals to 30. Given that d is 10, then it means a plus 15 into brackets 10 equals to 30. So that one means a plus 150 equals to 30. Subtract 150 from both sides and find that a equals to negative 120. So we can establish that the first term of this sequence is negative 120, and the common difference d is equals to 10. So that's how you tackle this question on arithmetic progression. Now going ahead, we are also going to look at another question. So the question says, the product of the third and the second term of an arithmetic sequence is 0. So find the first term if the common difference is 10. Now, when you talk about product, that is just multiplication. So they have said there is a third term. So we know that nth term is given by a plus into brackets n minus 1 close brackets d. So the third term is given by a plus into brackets 3 minus 1 d. So simplifies to a plus 2d. Now, the second term is going to be given by a plus 2 minus 1d. Then this one simplifies to a plus d. So they have said the product. So the product, or we multiply the first and the second one. So if you multiply the two, we are going to get 0. because they have said the product of the two is 0. So if you expand or you open up the brackets, you'll have that a squared plus 3da plus 2d squared equals to 0. And since you have been given that d equals to 10, equating into this one, you're going to have that a squared plus 30a plus 200 equals to 0. Now, if you look at this one is a quadratic equation. So we can solve it by any of the methods that we know, that is, we can use the completing square method, we can use factorization method, we can also use the quadratic formula. So using factorization method, then it means that a squared plus 20a plus 10a. So 20a plus 10a is just the same as 30a as presented above, plus 200 equals to 0. So when you factorize, you find that a into brackets a plus 20 plus 10 into brackets a plus 20, this one equals to 0. So it means that a plus 10 into bracket a plus 20 equals to 0. So it means that either a plus 10 equals to 0, so the value of a equals negative 10, or a plus 20 equals to 0, so the value of a equals to negative 20. So we can establish that the first term of this sequence is either negative 10 or negative 20. The first term is either negative 10 or negative 20. So that's how we tackle sums to do with arithmetic progression, AP. All it requires for the learner to master the formula that we use in doing the calculations of arithmetic progression. So thank you for watching and learning. You can like, subscribe to my Facebook channel on BC Online Math and YouTube channel on BC Online Math. May you be blessed.